Pathani Samanta, revered as one of India's foremost traditional astronomers, lived a life marked by intellectual brilliance and unwavering dedication to ancient astronomical sciences. Born on December 13, 1835, in the village of Khandapada, located in the Khordha district of present-day Orissa, he emerged from a royal lineage that shaped his early worldview. His full name, Pathani Chandrasekhara S. Samanta, reflected his humble beginnings as the third child in the family. After two siblings passed away in infancy, locals affectionately called him Pathani, meaning the survivor or the sturdy one. His father, Lakshminarayan Harichandan Rajmani, served as the king of the Khandapada estate, instilling in young Pathani a sense of duty and access to an extensive royal library filled with Sanskrit treatises, early education and self-discovery. Pathani's formal education began under traditional gurus who taught him Sanskrit grammar, literature, and the foundational texts of Jyotisha, Indian astronomy and astrology. By the age of 12, he had mastered works by legendary scholars such as Aryabhat, Brahmagupta, Bhaskara II, and Varamahira. However, his true genius blossomed through self-study after age 15, when he immersed himself in the palace library's vast collection. Lacking access to modern European instruments or telescopes, Pathani innovated with everyday materials like bamboo poles, wooden planks, and strings to craft rudimentary yet remarkably precise tools. He developed the Mana Yantra, a device for measuring shadows to calculate time and latitude, and various sundials that rivaled imported European models in accuracy. This period of solitary experimentation laid the groundwork for his lifelong pursuit, transforming him from a curious prince into a polymath who bridged ancient Vedic knowledge with empirical observation. His early experiments included tracking planetary motions and lunar phases, often conducted under the night sky from the rooftops of Khandapada's palace. Marriage and family life. In 1857, at the age of 22, Pathani entered into a marriage arranged by his family with Sita Devi, the daughter of a local zamindar. This union was not without drama. Family law recounts tensions due to astrological mismatches predicted by court astrologers, yet Pathani's foresight and calculations convinced his relatives of its viability. Sita Devi proved to be a steadfast partner, managing household affairs while Pathani devoted himself to research. Together, they had several children, including sons who later assisted in his observatory work. Despite his royal status, Pathani led a simple, ascetic life, often fasting during celestial events to maintain mental clarity. His home in Khandapada became a hub for disciples from across India and even abroad, drawn by rumors of his uncanny predictions. Health challenges, including chronic eye strain from nighttime observations, plagued him later, but family support sustained his efforts. Astronomer. ICAL innovations and discoveries. Pathani Samanta's crowning achievement was his magnum opus, the Siddhanta Darpana, Mirror of Astronomy, a comprehensive Sanskrit treatise completed in 1890 after decades of meticulous calculations. Spanning over 1,000 pages, it refined eclipse predictions, planetary positions, and almanac computations with unprecedented precision for traditional methods. Notably, he independently identified three key irregularities in the moon's orbit: variation, avection, and annual equation, concepts absent from classical Indian texts but later corroborated by Western astronomy. Using a simple bamboo pipe as a telescope precursor, he measured the Earth-Sun distance at approximately 93 million miles, aligning closely with modern figures derived from radar ranging. His instruments were marvels of ingenuity: the Ghati Yantra for equinoctial time, Chhatri Yantra for altitude measurements, and Dhruva Yantra for polar star observations, all built without metal to avoid magnetic interference. Pathani's predictions for solar eclipses in 1871 and 1898 were spot on, down to the minute, earning him acclaim. He challenged European astronomers by forecasting the 1898 eclipse. ease visibility in Orissa more accurately than their almanacs. These feats were documented in his works and verified by British officials, highlighting how traditional Siddhantic methods could rival heliocentric models when augmented with precise instrumentation. Recognition and honors. Pathani's brilliance transcended local fame. In 1870, the Gajapati Maharaja of Puri conferred upon him the T.L.E. Harichandan Mahapatra for his services in revising the temple's Panji almanac. The turning point came in 1893 when British Administrator W. Hunter witnessed Pathani's accurate forecast for a solar eclipse. Impressed, the colonial government awarded him the prestigious Mahamahopadhyay title, a rare honor for a non-Brahmin scholar, and a monthly pension of 50 rupees, equivalent to a senior civil servant's salary. European journals, including the Asiatic Society of Bengal, published excerpts from his works in 1899, praising their mathematical rigor. Pathani corresponded with scholars worldwide, though language barriers limited deeper collaborations. The Puri Jagannath temple continues to use his Siddhanta Darpana for rituals, underscoring his enduring institutional impact. Statues and memorials in Orissa, including a planetarium named after him in Bhubaneswar, commemorate his legacy. Challenges and philosophical outlook. Despite accolades, Pathani faced skepticism from orthodox Brahmins who viewed his innovations as deviations from scriptural purity, and from British officials who dismissed native science as superstition. Financial constraints forced him to fund his observatory through state revenues, often at personal cost. He adhered strictly to the Siddhanta school, geocentric and cyclical, rejecting Copernican heliocentrism not out of ignorance but philosophical conviction that it lacked spiritual depth. Pathani argued that true knowledge harmonized observation with Vedic cosmology, a stance that isolated him from modernists yet preserved indigenous traditions. His writings emphasized ethics in science, warning against using astronomy for material gain like gambling predictions. In his later years, failing health confined him, but he mentored over 200 students, including from Bengal and Madras. Pathani passed away on June 11, 1904, at age 68, reportedly gazing at the stars during his final moments. His death marked the end of an era, but his manuscript, preserved in Khandaparai's Pathani Samanta Observatory, inspire ongoing research. Enduring legacy. Pathani Samanta's life exemplifies self-reliance in science amid colonial dominance. His work influenced Odisha's cultural calendar and challenged Eurocentric narratives of scientific progress. Modern validations, such as NASA's eclipse data matching his predictions within seconds, affirm his accuracy. Institutions like the Orissa Bigyan Mandira host annual tributes, and his biography inspires STEM education in rural India. By democratizing astronomy through affordable tools, Pathani proved that genius thrives on curiosity, not privilege, a timeless lesson for aspiring scientists.